Hi, welcome to my channel, The Magic of Math. Today, our lesson is percents and decimals. Our objectives today are that you, the student, will write percents as decimals and write decimals as percents. As we go through today's lesson, here's the question I'd like you thinking about. How does the decimal point move when you rewrite a percent as a decimal and when you rewrite a decimal as a percent? So I want you thinking, because if you think first, before you do, then you have a well-laid plan. If not, then you're going to question yourself as to whether you're doing it correctly or not. So we'll go through and I'll give you some insight as to how you can remember this. So first, let's review how to write percents as decimals. First way, we're going to review this in two different ways. First is on paper. So the first thing you want to do is remove the percent symbol. So you're given a percent and you're asked to write it as a decimal. So you eliminate the percent symbol, and then you move the decimal point 2 places to the left. So you have 35%, you take away the percent, and remember you have a whole number there, right? 35%. The decimal is probably not there, it's invisible. So you have to add it. And now we're going to go 2 places to the left. And then you can put the 0 to add that significant figure, 0.35. So we want to note that there is no significant figure to the left of the decimal point, 0.35, read as 35 hundredths. 35 hundredths is equivalent to 35%. Remember back to writing this as a fraction, that's 35 hundredths, 35 over 100. 35% means 35 out of 100. Now let's talk about how to do it on a calculator. Step 1 would be to enter the percent into the calculator without the percent symbol. Step 2 would be to divide by 100. So 35%, lose the percent symbol, 35 divided by 100, and on your calculator, you will get the decimal equivalent 0.35. Reminding you that 35 divided by 100 is the same as writing the fraction 35 over 100. A fraction bar is equivalent to a division symbol. So any fraction can be entered into a calculator as a division problem. We read a fraction top to bottom. So you always put the numerator in first, then divide by the denominator. Let's practice. Your turn. Please pause, write them down, come back to check your work. Good luck. Welcome back. Let's see how you did. So our solutions, writing 72% as a decimal, we're going to eliminate the percent symbol, and then we're going to go 2 places to the left, 0.72. We take away the percent symbol, and remember we have to add a digit here. So the decimal point was here when I had 6%, 1, 2. So 0.06 or 6 100ths. 6 100ths. This is the hundredths digit. Ones, tens, tenths, hundredths. 6 hundredths. 72 hundredths. So if you think about what you're writing at the same time that you're doing this, it will make sense. Try these. Pause, come back and hit play when you're ready to check your work. Welcome back. Let's see how you did. So I'm going to eliminate the percent symbol, move the decimal 1, 2, 0.834. Now this one isn't as obvious because this would be read 834 thousandths. But if you divide both by 10, you'll have 83.4 hundredths. So there is your percent. Let's try this one. Eliminate the percent symbol, move the decimal place 2 places to the left, 1.13. So if you think about eliminating this, because you're taking this away, now you need to move this 2 places. So you have to account for the fact that you took the percent symbol away. So a lot of my students think of each of these zeros in the percent symbol as the 2 places. You take that away, you have to move this 2 places to the left. Now let's talk about writing a decimal as a percent. I'm going to show you 2 ways again. So on paper, you move the decimal point 2 places to the right. So we're going to do the opposite. And then you add a percent symbol. 0.35, you move the decimal point 2 places to the right, add your percent symbol, and you have 35%. 35 hundredths, 35%. So you move this 2 places, and then here's where the digits are. Let's try it again. On a calculator, you enter the decimal, and then you multiply by a 100, remembering that multiply is the inverse of divide, so it works out. And add a percent symbol. So we have 0.35 into the calculator, multiply by 100, and you will see that that's 35, and you have to add the percent. So you're either removing or adding the percent symbol. Your turn. Write these as percents. When you're ready, come back and check your work. Go ahead and pause. Welcome back. Let's see how you did. So I'm going to move the decimal place 2 places to the right and add a percent symbol, 92%. Move the decimal 2 places to the right, so between the 4 and the 2, and add the percent symbol. Try these 2. Go ahead and pause. Welcome back. Let's see how you did. So here I had to add a digit. I'm going to add a 0 and move the decimal 2 places to the right and get 150%. Over here, 2 places to the right, 0.4%. These 2 usually confuse students because they think, how can I have more than 100% of something? So this happens a lot of times when you talk about money or investment, because you're going to always have 100% of your money. But if you add money to it, you have 150% of what you started with. Having a fraction or a decimal here for a percent is possible, right? You can have a very small part in a lot of times interest rates. So let's think about an interest rate that says a bank says they give you 2% per year. Well, you get 1/12 of that percent each month. So you don't get that percent at your savings account every month. They divide it by 12 and give you 1/12 each month. So those are just a couple of real world examples that this would happen in. So just follow the rules and don't let it look weird. Follow the rules. All right, here's a problem for you. On a math test, you answer 96 questions out of 100 correctly. Which of the following is not another way of expressing 96 out of 100? Go ahead and pause, pick your answer, come back and hit play when you're ready. Welcome back. Let's see how you did. So 24 out of 25, if I multiply both the numerator and the denominator by 4, I get 96 out of 100. So that's equivalent. So I know it can't be that one. 96% is equivalent to 96 over 100, which is also equivalent to 0.96, 96 hundredths. So I know B and D are correct, and they asked me not. So it only leaves C. And if I multiply both the numerator and the denominator by 5 to get a denominator of 100, I will not get 96 for my numerator, so I know that that is not equivalent. So my answer here is C. All right, let's talk about writing now. You're given a phrase, and you're asked to write that as a percent, a fraction, and a decimal. Please pause, see if you can do all 3, and come back to check your work. Welcome back. Let's see how you did. So 76 out of 100 would be 76%. Decimal 0.76. And I hope you simplified your fraction. 76 over 100, both the numerator and the denominator are divisible by 4 to get 19 out of 25. So you should always answer a fraction in simplest form. Let's try a matching one. So if you were on a computer in my classroom, I'd have you drag and drop the correct color dot to match each with a decimal. You can just jot it on a piece of paper. Go ahead and pause and see if you can match all these up. Come back and hit play when you're ready to check your work. Welcome back. Let's see how you did. So we're going to move the decimal place 2 places to the right and add a percent symbol. So here we go. 2 places to the right, 51%. You should have gotten purple. 2 places to the right and add a percent. 501%. You should have matched to green. 2 decimal places to the right, 5.1%. Blue. 2 decimal places to the right, 5.01%. That is the orange. That's our lesson today on decimals to percent and percents to decimals. Please subscribe to my channel and give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed today's lesson or found it helpful.